I want to get the hundo. today. Welcome on in. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Good morning. Good morning. What? Why? I don't understand why you guys keep moving. Let me move them. I don't. I truly do not. Yeah, sit there. Good enough. Fucking stay. Yeah, I definitely didn't forget to change the thing in the window, and then at the last second, just grab that and put it there. That didn't happen. Shut up. Oh goodness. Hold on. Let me uh, greet everyone. Hi Meg. Hi Tim. Hi Paula. Hi Leon. Hello. 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 It's also a known fact that cat actors have much more flexible contracts because they can change later. It's true. Cats are famous for their retractable claw. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. A singular clap. Just the one. Just the one. That's almost worse. Just like the sound of one hand clapping. But yeah, today's I do a showcase. We do doodles. Also, I'm gonna probably burp a bunch. I just had a big ass coke because I was hungry. But first we gotta do Beeb. Tip your Beeb. You're the penultimate Beeb. Beeb. Sorry. I also ate, so I was hungry, and we had groceries that came in that I didn't know we were ordering groceries this morning. And I was like, oh, okay. Because I had already gone downstairs and got my water. It's a black, real bead. Yes, it's a real bead. Um, yes, yes, yes. I just didn't mark it because there's only one. We only have one thing that's black. You want another black? Um, uh, I went downstairs and got my water, and then I came upstairs and I looked at my ring camera because I had heard it go off, and then I saw that it was groceries, and I was like, "Well, I guess I'm going back downstairs. I guess I'm going back downstairs." And then I saw that there was a food that I could make really quickly, and I was like, "It's just gonna be late. I'm gonna eat because I'm hungry. My tummy don't feel good. I'm in Spain without the A." But yeah, it's showcase. Oh wait, hold on. Wait. Ah, there we go. I'm smart. I know how things work. Uh, it was very good, but I'm also mad at it. I have to take my groceries in from the car and I don't want to do so. Don't leave them. They will be sad. They will be so sad. Hi, guys. How you doing, people? Come on in. Hello, hello. Just take the whole car in one drink. Yeah, I agree with Paula. This could be easier. This is a vehicle. It has wheels. Simply, simply take the car inside. It's perfect. It's my controller on my desk. In my drawer. Um, but yeah, showcase time. Thank you. Third quarter, 2025. Wow. Also, let me know if the music's too loud. It was really loud in my ears, but I think my headphones are just turned up. Is up a full flight of stairs? Ew. Why isn't your kitchen on the ground floor? Icky. Stinky. Stinky. No, it's fine. I don't care. Somebody at their quarter. Oh, I should here. Die Doodles. Do it. I don't know why there's such a delay. Also, I should make sure this works. Haha, it's not. If you demolish the first floor thoroughly enough, the second floor will come on you. come to you even. Sorry, I didn't mean to phrase it that way. I'm in Spain without the S. Um, but yeah, so day one, Tritano Tritanopia. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm not an eye doctor. I'm not an ophthalmologist. Stars! Get the stars. Get the stars. Also, it's fall. I'm wearing my fall outfit. I don't know if you noticed. Oh, the stars are like lagging the stream. Get the stars faster. So making us learn new words for do. That's been a thing. Remember when it was tritery or whatever I said? The three thing triplers. Yeah, this is a form of color blindness where you can only see shades of like bluish green and red. I don't know if this is blue red color or blue, red green colorblind or if the other one is. It's dog vision. Yeah, it's dog. I thought dogs couldn't see red. I thought they could only see yellow and blue. I thought they were the other one. The Deuteranopia one. I don't know. I'm not an optimist. Anyway, how's inside your Miku? Oh, that's what came up on Twitter. It was it does both of them. It does both of them. Carried Pekingese puppies in the sleeves of their robes. That's cute. I like that. Yeah, it usually brings up like both of the common types of color blindness. So valid. But yeah, Miku for today's prompt of tritanophobia, not phobia, tritanopia. I thought Miku would make an excellent fit. Messed around with gradient maps for the first time. It's Miku. 1, 2, 3, ready, ready. The Doug dog rap. I don't. I remember Doug, but I don't remember the dog rap. I don't know about dogs, but I know deer can't see orange. They see it as greenish brown, which is why orange caramels. Yeah, we read about that recently. Yeah. They don't see because I always was like, I don't understand. I understand why people wear orange camo because they don't want to get shot. But I was like, I don't understand how that doesn't tip you off to the deer. But they can't see orange. So they you just look whatever color that doesn't the absence of that color. But because I was like, it seems like sort of counterintuitive. Like, of course, I don't want people getting shot, but also like, it's like, oh, I'll wear my stealth gear and also my high vis vest. It's like these seem contradictory. Miku, Miku, Miku. Yeah, this is Miku. I'm really annoyed though because I didn't realize you can't see it because it's not. But it's there's a note right here. There's a double. There's eighth note. I don't remember. I haven't done music in so long. Right here, and you can't see because it compressed the colors. But only upon uploading. It looks fine on the file on my computer. But she's here. Wow. Fun fact: I drew this all in gray, and then I did a thing, and it made it colorful. Wow. It was a whole thing, and I was watching Lord Ravencraft's video on Transformers Beast Wars. No, I drew it all in gray. No, Peter Spiku. Day two. Oops, I misspelled that. On. Does it say that on the thing too? It probably does. Oh well. Doesn't matter. It is a quarter not civilian, definitely not setting up himself for something. I feel like I've already fallen into it. Say your joke, fiend. Anyway, I don't. Oh, this is wrong too. On Cloud9. Quarter, I hardly know her. No, shaking my fucking head. Um, Okay, it's right there. So for On Cloud9, I drew Peachelle in her super fluffy chinchilla form. It's Peachy. Oh, I don't have their username. it? Is it just this? Hold on. Shout out. We're either shouting out a friend or foe. Yay, friend! It's Picho! Sure, recode the game to be in my favorite. It is Picho! It's very low contrast. It's very low contrast, but looky. I drew the sketch of this while I was listening to an audiobook, and then I don't remember what I was watching. Oh, it was about plagiarism. It was a video about plagiarism. I remember. I remember now. I was like, I had to like look at the fingers. Every time I do this, every time I do diagnos, I always like end up consuming a lot of media, and like essay content and stuff. And always I'm like, oh yeah, I remember exactly what I was watching or listening to while I was doing this. But it's Pichel. And then day 3 we have line, and I do this line. Today's prompt is line. I've had Sketch Pillar bookmarked for a while now, and I thought their lined paper look was perfect. The character belongs to Fresh Strokes. A silly little guy, a silly little poodle. They get the little drawings. They said that they carry the primary colors, and they can rub the little drawings off of their fur. Just a little guy. They were on my art fight. I had a bunch of, I still have things bookmarked from art fight, and character actually belongs to me. Shut up. And so I was like looking, and I was just like, oh, because like the thing is, line anything could be line. Well, I was gonna say anything could be line because art has line art, but actually most of the art I've done for this didn't have any line art. But still, so I do this, and then I tagged them when I posted it on Tumblr, and they immediately responded. They were like, so that was nice. India belongs to me, but I know all but all I know is I don't have fresh jokes. You know why you right. Also, I was watching a video on the downfall of the board game company that made tabletop Skittles. Not the candy, the bowling thing. I don't know. It was a very interesting. It was a very interesting essay. And then next we have Bang. Bang made a beautiful ring. I put it on 3 different slides, so that way we can look at them and not have them be so small. Also, I'm usually more centered. I'm realizing I could have given you more space. But look, he made a Daniel's ring! And he used caution tape so you don't cross the line. I like how, I don't know if you did that yourself or if that's just how it is, but the middle uh springy cord thing, I can't remember what it's called, rope, is yellow. I liked that. Hello, can you please scroll? I want to look at what people are saying. Thank you. Is there music playing? Oh, there's ropes. Yeah, I love that. You did such a good job. You did such a good job. It's just these, yeah, and I like that it's like it's just the one too, which like evokes the caution tape look itself. You know what I mean? Because like you could have done the top and the bottom one yellow, and that would have also made sense. But I think doing just the middle one yellow, like it's like a subtle pop of color kind of thing. I mean, I guess it's not subtle; it's bright yellow on black. But you know what I mean. You know what I mean. I really like that. Yeah, it looks so good. It looks so good. I like the idea of doing the ring and the whole arena. That's what it's called. I can see the text now in the corner. Um I like that. I thought that was clever because usually you do characters, and I was like, oh, the ring. I think that before. I feel like now I'm suddenly remembering an arena. Maybe you did like an entrance, and you did the arena with the with a character. I can't remember. But yeah, that's a backdeed. Backdeed these. And then next we got Horn. We got Horn. And I did an Ixie. For today's prompt of Horn, I drew Crusoe Fangs, Ixie, Eden. It's a little strawberry Ixie. Strawberry Ixie. I'm so mad because there's something slightly wrong about this, and like it's fine, but also I'm like, oh, I know exactly what happened too. No, don't eat the Ixie. Don't eat the Ixie. What was I watching while I drew this? Actually, I'm noticing two things that are wrong with it, but you know what? That's fine because this was my most popular one on multiple socials. So nobody else saw it but me. What was I watching? Maybe I was doing multiple things. Yeah, I think I was doing multiple things. Yeah, there's a bit of Ixie, baby. I really like the way the head came out because that was weird because like, the face when on the sketch looked kind of wonky, and I was kind of like, not so sure about this, but then it came out super cute. I want to eat them. Fight, fight, fight for my amusement. But yeah, there's Ixie. And I'm back to the big horn in Hong Kong in Minecraft. I love it when you do the Minecraft pixel art because it's like so fun to see. First of all, the pixel art, obviously, of course, which you did such a good job on. But then also, it's like seeing Minecraft in the background. It's like, ah, this was my canvas. My canvas was Minecraft. And I like that. I think that's super fun. Oh, hold on, I gotta stretch. Stretch my little back. I think that's super fun. And you did such a good job. You did such a good job. I mean, like the shading on the different the different color shading, so you can see that it has volume, and so you can squeeze yours. I love it. You did such a good job. I didn't even think of Horn like I. I'm the one who made the prompt, and I'm pretty sure when I originally wrote it, I did mean Horn to be a homonym or a homophone. I always forget which one's which, but a word that has multiple meanings. Because I always try to stick one in there, and I didn't even think of it as like a horn, like a sound horn. I was thinking a horn, like a head horn, like a a protrusion on one's skull. And so I didn't even think about it, and I was like, "Oh, that was so smart! I didn't think there's a horn, like the sound, like an instrument." And I thought that was so smart. I didn't even think of it. And I was like, because at first I was like, "Huh?" And then I was like, "Oh, horn, a unihorn. Yeah, exactly, exactly." And I was like, "Oh, he's so smart. He remembered it when I he figured it out the homophone homonym when I forgot it." And I was like, "Good job, very clever." Um, Next we have extraterrestrial. Yeah, that is spelled correctly. That word is too long. That word is too long. Too many letters. We gotta take some out. I'm thinking the first T. No, the first R. Extraterrestrials. That'll help. I remembered the homophone. I did this. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I did have another sketch, but I just did not have it in me to do that sketch because it was like not complete, and I was just like, I know I have something on Art Fight that will bookmarked that'll do me good, and so I found Cosmic. Extraterrestrial is the prompt for today. I drew Cosmic Cat, Sona Cosmic. It's a kitty. Space cat. One eye. No thanks. I already have no trouble with the terrestrials. We already got. I don't need any extra ones. Thank you. Aliens. That's who I want to be. I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, I was watching a Marvel video about what's it called? The place where the mutants are all immortal. Krakoa. I was watching a superhero video. Oh, because you needed. Well, see, because we're doing numbers today, so she doesn't even get points for doing a good job. and she didn't. She didn't. But yeah, there's Cosmic. This is fun. It's nice and simple. And so I got to play around with the shading more than usual because I was like, oh, I have lots of extra time actually. And then Bag did more Pixar. Look at it. I don't know how well you guys can see it, but hold on, excuse me, it wasn't that loud. This is a little blue sheep. It's stealing Uni. No, it's stealing Uni. They got Uni. Yeah. But yeah, it's an alien. It's a little alien spaceship. I like that you took pictures at night and day too. I thought that was fun. I thought that added like a fun whole like element to it because it's like, oh, you come at daytime because so you can see, and nighttime because it's like that's traditionally when aliens be doing their abducting. But yeah, I love this. You did such a good job. So good. I want to eat their spaceship. It looks like a cookie. Looks like a delicious cookie. Yeah, it's so good. It's so good, and I do like that you like put Uni on a lead underneath. I thought that was really funny, actually, because they be abducting. I think that's very cute, very clever. As aliens travel across the galaxy in their faster than light vehicle so they can study our livestock, not making fun of Bag, making fun of conspiracy theorists. They just want to know where's the beef. Just like that Wendy's commercial. Day 6, Spare. Uh, Spare. For Spare, I wanted to do some sort of robot themed and drew Baked Goose's OC Bard. And it's a little Tamagotchi dog. Star motif. And I was listening to Jump on the Batwagon when I was drawing this. The aliens return to Uni after 2 minutes of talking. That's true, honestly, they would. She's quite annoying. This one's cute. Thank you. It's a little doggy. Got a little foot up like. Boop. This was fun. I like doing this one. Again, it was really simple, so I could do a lot of excuse me. Messing about with the shading and do because it wasn't like, oh, I gotta do all the drawing and then also do the shading. I pushed the button, he explodes. No. Also, the background, I downloaded a bunch of CSP assets. I don't know if you guys know this, but Clip Studio Paint has a store that you can like buy brushes and backgrounds and materials and shit. Materials are like uh black and white textures essentially. And so I just downloaded a bunch of materials that are specifically designed to be backgrounds, and I was like, oh, awesome, now I don't ever have to draw a background again. So that's what this is. I didn't even draw these stars, even though this would have been relatively easy. I was just like, nah, I'm done. Most of Sua's drawings are cute, the rest of the drawings are adorable. Like, stop. Stop. You're doing nice. But yeah, it's a little doggy. Little doggy. Oh, and I put a time lapse of this up on Blue Sky because I forgot for most of these. I had CSP has a tool built into it that it'll record all of your brush strokes, and save it in your project file. And then you can export it later and see your entire drawing process. Most of these have like weird moments where I like fucked up and I was messing around. Like the Ixie, the leg was different for like most of the drawing, and then I was like, I can't deal with this anymore, and I just put it down. But this one was like super clean, so I posted it. Day 7 is Pig. Pig is the final prompt. I ran out of steam and wasn't able to finish, but here's the sketch of Cooksy Cupid, and it says it's a big Cupid lady woman. Sorry, I had a burp again. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. And I was listening to the Frozen 2 soundtrack while drawing this, because that movie is not good, but the soundtrack is great. Awooga. Piggy. And I forgot to draw the wings, and so I just root. I wrote wings in because I was just like, I'll just remember this later. There's wings here. If I write wing, everyone will know wings. Is it a cup pig or is it a cute pig? A cute pig. A cute pig. I don't know if they're also supposed to be like a teacup pig. I was thinking of that too. I was like, oh, are they a teacup pig? Cupid pig? I know. It's just like I thought that was cute. Pig old tiggies. Shh. Those are normal sized boobs for a pig. But yeah, this is someone's VTuber. This someone. I don't know if this is actually their Twitch handle, so I can't. I know that's their Blue Sky, but I don't know if that's their Twitch, so I don't want to necessarily shout them out. But if you go to Blue Sky and then you can go, blah 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 blah. And then finally we got Bing, back, Big Butcher Man, a Butcher Man. Sorry, the star scared me. Normal for a pig, a BRB farm trip. Yeah, where's your pig man's big boobs? Let's get it. Well, look at this scary butcher man. I like it. It's a normal size movie for pigs, not a sense. I have to hear on my own to hear it. I'm just saying, pigs are fat, so they would have big fat titties. I like him. I like him too. I think he's super good. I forgot the pig did. But yeah, I think that's super smart to like to do. He's a butcher man. Do his little coveralls and his little gloves and his little blood stained shirt. I think he did such a good job. 'Cause I didn't even think about like doing a scaly take on it. Like the rest of them, but I am putting groceries away. I figured. So you drove the car in. I mean, if we're trying to make it accurate to pick an anime, shouldn't she have for yeah, well they're cut off. Live. I just stopped at the first sick of my damn head. I don't want to do stars anyway. There's still four more. I like that they all say exclamation point. Never mind. Jump. But yeah, I think he did such a good job with your scary peek me. It's so clever. It's so clever. Hey, Scotty Butcher. He's like if the trapper and the pig from DVD had a scary monster baby. A scary monster baby. Yeah, that's it. Thank you for participating. Keep using the official the hashtag Daniel's website. There, switchboard DD. There, DD. It's there. 5 stars with Twitch chat again. There you go. There's actually human speech in Star Wars that a female has expressed, and I will not elaborate further. Are they? I guess he said he wouldn't elaborate further. Show the hidden prompts. Why toes? What if there was like a secret prompt, and then if somebody did something in that vein, I gave them $20. That would be too much. No. I immediately don't want to do that. But yeah, forgot that was in the window. That's the showcase for this time. So yeah, if you want to learn more about Die Doodles, know when the next one's coming, all that good stuff, can do so with the link that is in chat, that Tim put in chat. You go for Arts Bag and Swat. I enjoy. Thank you. Thank you. Um, but yeah. Let me close this. Why is my bitrate so bad? I don't care. Yeah. So we're gonna now switch. Okay, yeah, because we're gonna do Stardew because we're not gonna do any Stardew in October, and uh I want to do Stardew before then. Also, I gotta switch my outfit. I gotta switch. I'm in the wrong. I started the wrong do. Why am I not in the thing? Where's my avatar? JK Meanie. There we go. Why am I in the corner? Oh, I see. Did I actually open Stardew? I don't think I did. Oh, it's loading. It's loading. Okay, give it a second. Let me switch our game to Stardew. Stardew. Why does Stardew not come up first? Why does it come up with like star other things? Check out my damn head. Check out my damn head. Shika, shika, shika. Wah! I think my microphone's not quite right. Am I quiet as shit? Ba 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 ba. No, not really. Why is it so quiet? Oh, okay. Oh, I don't know. We can go back over here. Um, Start is still loading. Oh, speak of the devil. Speak of the devil. Oh wait, no. You're not gonna do it for me. Oh, there it is. It's gigantic. It's too big. Are you gonna be able to hear it? Yeah. Okay, hold on. I gotta close it again. I don't know why it's been doing this lately, where it just like won't do the audio the first time I open it. Shake my damn head. Excuse me, I'm sorry for a burp. Now she swadu. Yeah. I swadu. You want an updated title? I did. Oh, wait, no. I didn't. I lied. Star. I'm in Spain without the I. I like that joke. It's very stupid. It's a very stupid joke. Well, I would have left the music playing if I had known Stardew was going to be stinky and not do the audio the first time. I truly do not know what it is, and this isn't because I updated OBS, because I didn't. Because I heard the newest version is like breaking everything for everyone, and I'm like, I don't have the energy to deal with that right now. From what I understand, they updated the way they do plugins, and so it just made some older plugins not work as well, and people haven't been updating them, which is understandable because a lot of times they work fine between updates. There you go. There's the audio. I'm like, I don't feel like redoing all of my. I literally just redid all that. Center to screen. Here we go. So I'm like, I'm good. I'm so goodly, goodly, lidly. Now let me switch to this. Day 11 of winter. So deep in the winters. I have no idea what we were doing last time. I don't even know if there's a quest. Stardust is the thing where I'll play it for like a week and then I won't play it again for like 2 weeks on stream. So I'll just be like, I don't remember what we were doing. I have no memory of this place. I watched 2 episodes of Batman. And they were both good in my opinion. The first one, there was a little Wednesday Adams girl, and she was psychic, and she told Batman, she was like, Batman, I need saving because they're trying to kidnap me. And there was big beefy Freddy from. Oh, that's right. The shards. Okay, Squidfest is tomorrow. Um, and then Yzma from Emperor's New Groove. I forgot I had Froggy. Um, and Thing. I check that I definitely didn't almost forget taking medicine. How come your mom lets you have 2 episodes of Batman? Because I'm special. Um, but she needed saving, and then he fought Psychic Ben Franklin, and then he fought a man who could just think away his pain, which sounds fake, but okay. Thank you, Grobus. I like how Grobus is like, you don't have to eat it now, knowing that I won't. Oh, I forgot this room was all fucked up because I was redecorating. Yeah, the animation was really good on the scene with fighting Ben Franklin. And then the other episode was there was a ghost at school. And then also it got like a hella depressing for a second because Terry's little brother was like, "Oh, we should summon a ghost so we can bring back our dead dad." And it was like, "Oh, ugh, that's depressing." And the episode ended with them being all like cutesy, and I was like, "Oh, that's cute." It was pretty good too. Let's go back to Aminos. Let's go back to Aminos. Why is everyone looking away? Ooh, I have the auto petter with the barn animals, right? But yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I liked it. There's like a kind of a string of episodes that I was just kind of on, and then that was pretty good. Yeah, so they make a different face when they have the auto petter. They make the kitty cat face when you pet them instead of the heart, which I think is interesting. In case y'all have never auto pettered, y'all never had an auto petter. They make a different face. Going to decided against getting the auto petter because you decided you didn't have to go and always to collect these, but I could be remembering wrong. I think so, but then I still have to like do the thing, so I still have to like process the egg, so I don't know. I wish I could automatically process my animal goods. Maybe that'll be in the next update. I'm saying I agree with your reason, I'm just conveying it to you. No, you're good. What's going on up in here? Oh, okay, not much actually. Here we are. Let me organize stuff. But yeah, I liked my Batman episode. We still haven't finished Superman. Like, because we're watching everything in air date order, and so there was just a string where they just didn't air Superman episodes, and because I'm only watching everything like 1 week at a time, one episode a week, there's just like been this massive gap of Superman-lessness. So there's 2 episodes of Superman left, and I haven't watched either of them. And I'm like, it's kind of like nagging at me because I'm just like, I can't say that I watched the whole series because it's 2 episodes, but like I don't want to watch it and then forget the things I like about it because obviously it's a 2-part finale. And I don't want to forget parts of it or like have to wait for them to talk about it. I'm just like, I just want to finish my super bed. Okay. All right. So let's put all of this back. Okay. I do remember we were making seeds, but I think we're just gonna go to the mines and try to do some more. What am I doing? Prismatic shards, just because we have good luck today. And because tomorrow we're gonna go to Squid Fest, and the day after that we're gonna go to Squid Fest, Squid's Fest, um, and all that stuff. I watched the Krabby Patty Pizza episode of SpongeBob again, Pizza Delivery, for the first time in a I don't know, in a while, and I need this. Um, and I forgot how like sweet Squidward is at the end of that episode. Because like obviously he's like, oh, you know, SpongeBob, fuck you. He says that. No, I'm just kidding. But you know, he's very flippant about the whole situation. But like the ending with him like going and throwing the pizza on the man, that was so sweet. This one. Yeah, because it's someone's birthday today. Um, I like completely forgot. Like, you know, it kind of made me a little sad because I think about like later seasons of SpongeBob, not even like post Hillenberg, but like just later in general. And like, I should have checked first of all how many creatures I needed to fight. I still need more Pepper X's, right? I didn't bring any staircases. Oh well. Um, but okay, but I have the buff for staircases. Uh, like in later seasons, he's like they kind of forget that like sometimes he can be nice. Yeah, eat that bitch. You know, he had like a very like, yeah, I can be mean to SpongeBob, but you can't be cruel, outright cruel to SpongeBob. That man was, and just like you know, Scooter was just like you know, I shit on SpongeBob, and I get annoyed with him, but oh, a diamond, but I'm not gonna like verbally abuse because like he, oh yeah, just kill it. Because like the guy's like, you call yourself a delivery boy, and like you know, Squidward knows that he went above and beyond to deliver that damn pizza, and so to be so disrespectful, you know, Squiddy's like, no, this one's on the house. Yeah, his show goes on. Sometimes they lose some of the nuance and variety of the characters. It's just because the most basic version. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Flanderization. Oh wait, this needs to go up here. But yeah, I just was like, oh, I kind of forgot that Squidward could be like a sweetie pie. You know, like he doesn't hate SpongeBob. He's just annoyed by him most of the time, which like valid. Like I'm not gonna lie, on my worst day, I don't know if I would do better than Squidward. I would get annoyed with him too. So like, you know, it's just like I don't know. It was nice to see it. Also, it is so funny watching. I'm very much Squidward, same. Um, it is so funny watching episodes of SpongeBob in like HD. Not even like HD. Like I watched it on my because we can get a Paramount Plus subscription with our Walmart delivery membership thing. I don't know, whatever. And so we're like, oh, and so I put it on my TV. I have to sneeze. God, that was loud. Um, I completely forgot what I was saying. Um, oh God, I forgot. I feel a lot of kinship with Bless. Thank you. It's not a hate relation. It's kind of more like a. Yeah, exactly. Oh, I remembered. It's funny watching SpongeBob in higher definition. um, than I used to on my TV, when it first aired. Um, Even like not like, cause I don't think my TV is like super H. I mean, I guess it is. It's a Roku TV, but I don't think it's like it's not like some 4K. Like it's an old Roku TV. Um, and it is so funny because you can like see the shadows made by the cells from when they did the cell animation. You can like see them behind stuff sometimes, and um I can't see it on the TV, but I know that you can. In the Band Geeks episode, if you watch it on like a computer or something with a really good, again, with a really good HD screen, um you can see um in the background when they're all in the room, in the room that they're practicing in, you can see the doors. They have little bamboo handles, like they're like, auditorium style doors, but they have bamboo handles, and you can see how like crunchy the JPEG of the door handles is. It's like it's so pixelated and it's so artifacty, and it is hilarious because it's like on a standard definition television you wouldn't have noticed that. You could not have seen it. It would have been so smoothed over. But like in HD now, you're like, I see you using your little crunchy assets there, which good for them. It's not their fault. TV's got much better, but it is so funny seeing like the edges. The same thing with Batman too, where it's like you can see. Oh, you can see. I'm gonna kill myself. I'm not. This is a joke. Ha ha ha. Minecraft. Um, you can see like a lot of the shadows and stuff like that. Did that play out loud? I think anyone who has to work in customer service facing job has. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Did that play through my speakers or did that play through my headphones? Did you hear that noise? I guess is what I'm saying. Okay, I gotta remember to turn the frog off if I run into a Pepper Rex again. Where is this fucking ladder? But yeah, like obviously, if you don't like to see those seams, don't pay attention to it. But like, if you like the like look at the little bit of the production, like do watch a show that was made in for standard definition in like HD, like even just like on a standard computer screen, probably on your phone too. Just like take a look and look behind, like look at the edges of a character, and you can usually see the shadows of the physical cells that were used on the backgrounds, and it's just so fun to look at. It's just like, oh wow, like there was like a piece of plastic that had this painting on it. It's so weird, but it's cool. I love it. I love seeing it. I think it's just so just like it's like, oh, that is so, cause like I'd always heard about cell animation and I'd seen cells. I knew about it, but I didn't like. I was like, how did they get it so seamless? And it's like they didn't. They didn't have to because you couldn't see that before. If anything, it just looked like there was more depth to the depth to the character. It was just like, oh wow, they put a little shadow there. It's like no, they didn't. There just was, and it's so very interesting to the point where like people who are trying to mimic that like the classic art style, with like digital art and stuff, they'll put a little shadow under their character. Reminds me of CRT pixel art. Yeah, exactly. Where CRTs didn't make really crisp images, everything kind of got a little bit smoothed over. This is basically the Scanlines episode of H Bomber Guy where we're talking about VHSs. But yeah, a lot of pixel art that was used in like video games looked better on CRTs, on old televisions because it would like basically blur the image a little bit, and so you wouldn't see like those hard pixel edges. It would actually look more like this, like, not that it with the pixel art hard edges it's not nice looking, but like this beautifully shaded um image. It's like so cool that they even like, because again, like I did, the people who made SpongeBob didn't think about the fact that you were going to be able to see that crispy crispy door handle one day. But like the fact that, you know, the people who are making the sprite work for these games, you know, knew, oh you bitch, that oh, I thought that was a, oh okay, I thought that was a crab. Um, knew that their art was gonna get, you know, smoothened out, and so they played to that. It's very clever. I love that. Can you? No. Frog digest. The frog is functional. Yeah, the frog eats your enemies. It's not just a friend. It's a tool. Haven't been paying attention? Yeah, they help you. And then they can eat for a little bit because they're fat. They're little fat man. Little fat man. Skibbity biddy bop bop bop. Bop bop bop. Yeah, they help. Okay, we'll eat the other one. They're my little friend. Help me on my way. That's why I got sad when I went to the Pepper X and the frog fucking ate it, because I need to kill the Pepper X's and it doesn't count if the frog does. Oh, remember when I got like 8 of these in a row? That's because frog is the best. They are very good. Not just a friend, it's a tool, so like a friend. Or is that how you treat your friends? Look, I don't think I should be able to get attacked in here. I think that should be illegal. This is our first Egyptian floor. Like this whole time. Interesting. Two of them. Okay, yeah, I do take a little damage. But yeah, the frog have a little help. I gotta remember to take it off if we see another Pepper X. I need a prismatic shard. Please? I can't come here tomorrow. I gotta go see the squids. I gotta go see Mr. Squidward. Actually, Squidward's an octopus. He's not a squid. Did you know that? Yeah, see, he ate the mummy. Squidward is apparently, or squid is apparently like a... Oh! Yeah, eat the enemy that can't attack me. Like a thing in octopus culture. It's like Schoolium. I guess Schoolium isn't squid. But, we're getting ads in a minute. I'm just eating all the enemies that don't bother me. Yeah, like, a lot of them have squid as their last names, but they're not squeeds. Maximus' parents did him dirty. No, that's just octopus culture. That's just octopus culture. But yeah, he's an octopus. He's not a squid. You know, you're right. You're right. This is my son, Chipsworth. Yeah, eat that bitch. Eat that bitch. Alright, I'll put that there. All the SpongeBob lore. But yeah, you remember when you used to watch cartoons as a kid and you could tell when something was gonna move because it wasn't like a background? Like it was like clearly not painted. Because it was a cell animation on top of it. Oh, I hate these floors. These are the worst floors in the whole game. Worse than the infested floors. damage. It's fine. Oh shit! A big hole. Let's go. Oh, I was hoping I would like drop down onto. I've never seen one of these floors before. He did add a couple more floor variants. That last update. 1.6. You eat it, a big guy. You eat the big guy. Oh, it's getting late. All right. We'll see if we can't get one more floor, and then we'll go. Got ads. Oh, also, I should have seen this before the ads. I'm sorry. Anyone who's caught up in them. All right, we'll go home. That new puzzle website, Tangle. It has integration with Twitch and with Discord, and I integrated it. So it should do now. Anytime I start a new puzzle, there should now be a notification in chat and in the game code section of Discord. So that way you know. And I think it'll even like let us know when you guys finish it. So we can go clap, 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 the way we always do. When you finished. When you finished. Okay, so tomorrow's Squidfest, so we're gonna go squidding. We're gonna go squidding. So we might do a puzzle towards the end of the stream, I don't know, but we'll see, and then you know, you'll get to see. I think you guys can also here, let me get the link actually. Oh, I'm not logged in on this one. Hold on. I can open Firefox. Oh. There we go. If you haven't already, it's okay. If you haven't already, if you want to make an account with them, but you can link your Twitch account, so you can just log in with Twitch, and then you can. I think you. I'm not sure how it works, but you can join my community on there, and you'll get like a special role because you're a certain level of subscriber or VIP or whatever. So it's like, oh, you're you're trustworthy. You have this and that. Doesn't really matter because I'm not gonna go mining. Squidfish has begun. Do I have squid thingy? Wait. I actually don't know. I actually don't know. But yeah, so if you wanna, you know, I think you can, once you're in the community, I think you can add a puzzle to the queue. And so, like, once a puzzle's done, the next one will start up and you guys can just perpetually puzzle. It isn't in order. That'd be too convenient. Okay, I do have some squid bait, but let me get the fish machine. Alright. What if I don't want to link my Twitch account? Can I Zelda my account and say chop? Oh yeah, so you can puzzle together and not have to have me sit there and set up and you know, what have you. I don't know if I should have anything in here. Nope. I'm gonna go check on my babies. And we're just gonna go catch some fish. I guess they're not fish. They're aquatic. I almost said mammals. They're not mammals. They're cephalopods. Right? Squids are cephalopods? Yes. Yes. I'm trying to remember all my names of things. Squibs are cephalopods. But yeah, we're gonna one that I run into with the animal cracker gets it. Hello? Oh, I had to right click. Yes, Squidder, neither fish nor man was there. Cephalopods. Yay. Y'all getting so many stars today? Not the once froze. All stars. Hey now. Hey now. You know, oh, it also self-applaud the new Minecraft mob that was announced yesterday. What is it? What kind of creature is it? I didn't even know there was a Minecraft announcement yesterday. Minecraft Rex. Oh, a Nautilus! What does it do? Squids have been in Minecraft for a while now, damn. Are octopi, octopuses, octobitches, are they cephalopods? Oh, you can tame and ride it underwater, which is pretty cool. Oh, that's nice. I like that. I used up all my bananas. Harvey's birthday is after Squidfest. Okay, hopefully I have enough of things. Can you ride 20,000 links into the sea? Yes, octopods or cephalopods. They're a subset. Okay. I thought so, but I was like, oh shit. I thought so, but I wasn't 100% sure. I love fish. I like how I was like, they're not fish. Anyway, I love fish. The sea is so intriguing. What with all the creatures and all the little guys and all the do it, asshole. Excuse me, just for work again. They're mollusks. Did you know that people who worked on SpongeBob? I don't know why this is the SpongeBob stream today. I'm here for it though. Did you know that many of the people who worked on SpongeBob were, I don't know if they were marine biologists, but they did marine science, and so that's why like a lot of the information in SpongeBob is very accurate, and it's not just like, oh, I didn't realize my kitty gave me a fish. There's like such a diverse cast of different sea creatures because they like knew about them. You know, they were like aware that those things existed. What am I doing? Oh, over here. Like, you know, the swordfish and the plankton and all that. I guess those aren't good examples, but you know what I mean. All that good stuff. All right, let's go squidding. Oh, do I have a beach totem? Yeah, just walk there. Or ride my horse there. Oh, actually, I'll take the thingy there, and then I'll grab the horse, and then I'll go. I think I did see this still here was a marine biologist. Yeah. And so that's why there's like all that, you know, a lot of the stuff is pretty accurate. Or at least maybe not accurate, but like more accurate than if I did it. Because he knew what the fuck he was doing. There's pipes and there's. When did I get this? Is there the lobster? See, I don't even want the rest of this stuff. Just put this right here. I guess it's blocking off part of his path. Okay, I'll put this right. I guess I'll just keep it. It's mine now. Oh, you know what? I'm decorating the town. There you go. SpongeBob was done a hell of a lot for kids interested in marine biology. Yeah, exactly. People are like, SpongeBob hurt your brain, and I'm like, I know what a cephalopod and a bivalve is because of SpongeBob. Did you know what a bivalve was because of SpongeBob? No, I didn't think so. Oh, I should have talked to Pam. Pam Balam. But you know. Oh, Elliot's here too. I was gonna say, Jesus. I want that because there could be a thingy in there. There could be a prismatic shard. Yeah. Aww. Okay. Hi, PM. I don't have the chops to catch squid, but that's fine. I'll just cheer you on from here, kid. Thanks, PM. There's Elliot. I have to brush my hair daily or else it'll clump into messy knots. It's a lot of work. Don't most people brush their hair daily? I'm surprised I haven't just shaved it off in a fit of passion. God, mood. I suppose I am too vain. After a while, you get the feel for the squid's behavior. You can tell when one's on the line before you even see it. Yeah, because I had a sweet cucumber and I was like, this seems weirdly easy. After a while, you get this is the same thing over and over again. Okay, I'm gonna go stand next to Pam because she's cheering me on. I feel like it would be rude to walk away from her. It'd be rude. Can I get another one of them fancy schmancy cheeks? Oh, maybe I don't have the chops for. Fuck you! For catching squid either. I haven't caught one yet. Oh no. Okay. I did get my squid hat, right? Because I was running around with it for a while. I just want to do a good job. I should have put some boppers on my thing. There we go. Squid. Squid obtained. Single squid. Clone. My frog is just here. Oh, you can change the frog's color too. You can make it a different shade of green. I don't like it. I have the damn fish. I have the squid bait. And I get a not squid. I think that should be illegal. I'm gonna close Discord because my game's lagging a little bit. Here, there's 50 Shades of Green to pick from. Actually, I might be thinking of a different. Shut up! You know what's 50 Shades of Grey is on my reading list? Because I was like, I need to see how shitty this is. I've heard it's not good, but I need to judge it for myself. So it's on my gigantic, humongous list of TBR. Oh, well, I was wrong. There's a type of worm called horseshoe worms who belong to a very small phylum called Boronida, which means Zeus's mistress. What the fuck? Why? This isn't a squid. For what reason? You need to judge it for yourself. Let's look at the cover, right? Shut up! No, because I did that again. Now, to be fair, I was correct in my assessment, but I want squid. I don't want red mullet. I don't know, valid. Hold on. Oops, I didn't mean to do that immediately right after. My fact could be also be a wiki lie, but I'm looking into it. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Oh, I read another Animorphs books, you guys. It was so good. Get out of here, little gnat. It's like I hadn't read an Animorphs book in like 2 months. I was doing all my other little challenge reads. Which I feel like I'm not gonna do those as much anymore because I ended up reading a bunch of books I didn't like. I'm just like, yeah, I'm good. How many squid do I need to catch? 8? You think someone would do that? Just go on the internet and tell lies? No, no one's ever lied on the internet. Everyone tells the truth. Even the things that contradict, they're both true. Two things can be true at the same time. Okay. That's how I get iridium. Oh yeah, but let me tell you what the books I read. I'm sorry, I did go to bed till like 2 or 3. Well, I laid down to go to sleep at like 2 or 3, and then I didn't end up falling asleep because I was very uncomfortable. You know when you're trying to sleep and you just like you straight up just can't get comfortable at all. Not even like sleepy comfortable, just like your body is just like, what if I was every position was pain? Where's my recently reads? According to Storygraph, I've read 78 books this year. Oh my god, that book was terrible. I read. Do you remember that book that I was like, oh, I had liked it as a child, and I'm reading it now because I never got to finish out the series. I'm fixing something. I'm standing away from the microphone. So I finally got to. First of all, I read the third book in that series, and it was bad. And I was like, okay, well, since I went through all the trouble of reading these first 3 books that I didn't think was very good, let me at least read this next book that I never did get to read. This was like the first one that I hadn't read out of the 6 of them. It was so bad that I'm like, I'm not reading the rest of this. And like I'm a little upset because the series isn't popular enough to have like a full breakdown of the plot, so I can't like figure out how it ends. But like I can't be bothered to read it anymore. Oh, that's 77 more than I've read this year. A lot of what I've read is with short stories and stuff. I read All Systems Red, which is the first book in the Murderbot Diaries. I hate. Okay, I know this is an ice cold take, and I think I already said it. I hate. In fact, I know I said it. When fucking book covers change the cover to be like, it's now an Apple TV Plus show, and it shows like some promo for an adaptation.
Cool party.
You're frozen because like it just ruins it. Because like the original artwork for this book is gorgy, and then the art, the edited photo promo image bullshit that they because they became an Apple TV Plus show, whatever. It conveys a completely different tone, judging a book by its cover, but like it's not as good. No, the phylum Phoronus is named after the sister or Phronius, aka Io, who was very much one of the mortal lovers of Zeus. Why the fuck did they name worms after her? Um, Io, yeah, okay. I can never tell if it's a lowercase L or a cap. I figured you would have said capitalized the name though. Yeah, the book was good. I recommend it. My only complaint was that it's one of those books where it starts you like it's not in media res, but it's. Do you guys know what that means? I'm not trying to be like elitist. I just genuinely don't know. It's not technically in media res, but it is like you're like you get backfilled with information. It starts you like in the middle of like because it's sci-fi, and it takes place in like the distant future, and it it's so like stuff is happening that's like this isn't how stuff works now. Um, sci-fi be like. And so thankfully it's pretty short. It was only 152 pages, which that's pretty short. Um, uh but it was like it's just like oh this is disorienting because I don't understand what the fuck is going on, and then eventually they did explain it and I was like okay the way that this was done this order was fine. If it was a longer book I think I would have bounced off of it though because it would have been like oh much longer to have this all explained. The fact that it was so short um did help it. The Ionian Sea was named after charged particles. But do these worms live on in the Ionian Sea? You can find that out. I've read enough about worms for today. Valid. But yeah, I like All Systems Red. If you want to read the Murder Bot Diaries, I'm trying to get the second book out of the library. I'm waiting for it, so we'll see. It's pretty cute. Oh, Sarah, did you want to hear some bullshit? Yeah, I like bullshit. I mean, I don't, but I like to complain. And then I read, or actually, these are in reverse order. I read The Underground, which I ain't. The library still hasn't replied to me in a month. You should complain. You should. I don't get to be angry. Okay, I can't change my feelings. Hold on. I'm making myself mad. Ah! Is that another message on Friday? That's some bullshit. Like, hello. What are you doing? Not answering questions. Do your job. Do your damn job. I'm setting all my hotkeys again. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Like, how hard is it to just say? Wasn't it literally you were just asking if like your library gets you access to Libby? Wasn't that the question? Like through their program or whatever, or something like that. Sorry, I'm setting my hotkeys. Because when I switched over, it didn't save. Maybe. And no. Okay, let me save this to make sure. All right, there we go. Quite quick, quite quick. Um, Apparently those worms live basically everywhere in the Atlantic, and the guy who named them said, by the way, so balls back in your court, Tim. Don't give a specific reason for the name. Okay. I see. This literally has, hey, my account expired after a year of not using it. Can I get my account back because I can't come in easily? And she was like, oh yeah, no problem, babe. We got you. Just confirm your card and address. And I said those things and then nothing. That's some bullshit. I don't take responsibility for all Scots. I suppose that's fair. um. Oh, I read the Underground, an Animorphs book. Um, which had more of that gray morality that I like so much. I read the Creepypasta 1999. It wasn't very good. Um, it's so there's this. I've talked about him before. There's this YouTuber I watch. He does horror analysis, literary analysis, and he also does creepypasta stuff. And he had. I was going to read this creepypasta because it was rated very highly on the creepypasta wiki, And then he posted a video about it, and I was like, oh, let me just quickly read that, because it's super short, and for some reason it says I read it as an audiobook, which I did not. I read it as text, but whatever. It says it's 2 hours and 9 minutes. I don't even think it took me that long. Hey Sarah, I hope you're having an amazing day so far. How are you doing there? Welcome. It's good to see you. Too bad this is the internet and you were all Scottish people by association. I want to read Tom Clancy series, and I kind of am gonna forget by the time I get Libby. I'll remind you. He's the guy who made Rainbow Siege 6, right? Just like Swaz, all Ohioans by such Shane. I'm a super handsome mega genius. I'm totally sluggy that they're half me. You're all bagels. That's your job situation now. I've been fitting around in a panic last couple months. Oh no! That's why I know the name. God damn it. Because he made Rainbow Siege 6? I don't know if that's the same guy. And then I read Incidents Around the House, which is a horror novel that it wasn't fantastic, but it did have me sleeping with the lights on for 3 days. So good job being a scary. Because it did a scary me. Good type of panic, getting rid of all my stuff because I'm moving November, moving in with my partner. Oh, that's awesome. I literally hadn't made the connection. I have no idea either, but it seems likely he does act and stuff. Oh, okay. I didn't know he was an author. I just, as soon as you said it, I was like, why do I know that name? And I was like, our gun game, Rainbow Siege 6. I am not bagels now. That's my job situation. As of yesterday midday, I'm officially between jobs. Yes, the same guy. You're not bagel anymore? I saw Magic the Gathering has I almost said SpongeBob cards. They might, I don't know. They have Spider-Man cards now. Because this other streamer I was watching, she was opening cards for her husband. And packs. And she got one of the Spider-Man cards she got was a bagel with cream cheese. Spider-Man's in New York and they do bagels, yeah, whatever. And it was like, I think it was hollow, and I was like, oh hell yeah, the bagel. Are you looking for another bakery kind of job, or just kind of or change of pace? To me. Oh, I read The Giver. I never read that as a kid, and I blame the cover. Okay, I did want to talk about this. 100,000% blame the cover of this book for the reason I didn't read it. And also I was a child at the time, so I'm allowed to have judged a book by its cover. That cover did not make that book sound like what it was about. If it's super. Oh yeah. That book, first of all, it's called The Giver, and it sounds like it's got like an older gentleman on the cover. Yeah, I thought it was just gonna be like about some like old man who gives wisdom to a child, which I guess he does, but I didn't think it was gonna be this like interesting dystopian novel that was like, and I was like, wait a minute, this is like super cool to read. I never read it. It's pretty good. I recommend. I wish Sorry, my phone was like leaning against something and it fell, and I thought it was vibrating, and I was like, I don't have to set to vibrate. And it scared me. It was like always on display on the shelves in my school library because clearly they wanted us to read it, and none of us did. And also, it doesn't help that the guy on the cover vaguely resembles the actor who played Dumbledore. And this was like at the height of Harry Potter craze in the US. Maybe not the height, but certainly. Well, it was movie time, so yeah. And so like all the kids would look at it and go, "Oh, is that Dumbledore? No, okay, I'm not interested then." Which like that's not fair, but like I wish and they couldn't have figured that you got one, good job. They couldn't have known that eventually there'd be a movie made where a guy looked just like this guy. But like, I don't know, man. Do better. I blame the cover and not me ever. Ever. because you know the Baker 2 thing worked, they didn't hire another Baker 2 to replace me, but they did hire two bakers to replace me. Admittedly, both of them are also baking at other stores. I just like the parallel to baker. Yeah, Leon is worth two bakers. I wish I had a Libby account so I could read it for free. He does look very Dumbledore. Yeah, like he looks very similar, and I think that I think the book was released. Was it released the year I was born? No, it was 99, right? I think. Oh, 93. It was released the year I was born. So obviously before the movies, the books had been out, but like nobody had seen. You know, people just pictured him. Uh, but yeah, and I was just I had no idea that it was this very interesting, you know, very middle grade, but like dystopian tale about stuff. I don't want to like spoil it. I do recommend reading it. And I was so mad because I was like, oh, I would love this as a child. It would have been so upsetting. If only there was an adage that you shouldn't judge a book by its cover. I was a child, and also I think reasonably misunderstood that phrase to mean, or interpreted rather that phrase to mean, don't judge people by the way that they look. And I didn't think it also applied to books, or I didn't think about applying it to books as liberally as I did to my fellow man. And I think that's reasonable. So much shit in my inventory. This is like for another bakery job, but I have two things I'm looking for in order from highest to lowest priority. I want a small scale non-corporate job, and I want a job not in food service. If the only locally owned jobs I can find are in food service, I'll settle for that, but not ideal. Valid. But when you say food service, do you mean any food station job, or do you mean jobs where like I lost track of the message? Where like it's food and it's customer service. I don't think the famous proverb about books things applies to books is honestly very valid, but a very funny thing to say. I just thought it was like you be nice to your fellow man, and I was just like, I can do that, no problem. Except I definitely did. Judge books by their covers, but I was a stupid idiot child, so take that. The second one I don't have a problem with food in and of itself, but dealing with customers who are unpredictable, and while also dealing with food which is goes bad relatively quickly, so you can't be too prepared for unpredictability is not my jam. Valid, extremely valid. We split picture in here. I still got lots of time today though. Probus. Oh, I should decorate this room. You. You. Actually, I should have turned that squid into bait, but it's fine. Oh, this isn't. This is row, so that should go outside. Uh, I mean, there's also some expectation carved out out of the application for fellow people. Like if anyone made the choice to put on a shirt that says "fuck the police," something about them that they want you to make. That's true. That's true. If you find a nice job in an exact time frame that gives you a good break of the other slog of working, but before your financial stability is compromised. Yeah, I like that. Put these seeds out here. This row. Makes it related to the second half of that. I'm not even starting to search for a bit. Hell yeah. Get a nice break. Get a nice break. Alright, I guess I should make more seeds. Or I was gonna decorate. I'm gonna. I'm gonna make more seeds. man's rich. All right, hold on, hold on. Let's see what seeds we got. Let's see what seeds we got. I need to look at the wiki. Oh, I don't have to do the bingo. Ha ha. Because I don't have that right now. Crops. Nice. Why is the encoding overloading? Shut up. You're ugly. Okay. So crops. Oh, I can just have that open on the second screen. Let's go. You're getting away with crime. It's not crime. It's fair. Not that long of a bit. I need to be well on the way to having a job by the end of the year at the latest. There you go. There you go. Okay, I don't have many carrots. Do I have actual carrots? Here, let's do this. Carrots, cauliflower. I don't have any, do I? Okay, cauliflower, coffee beans, garlic. Garlic, we're good. Green bean. Green bean, we're good. Kale. No kale. Parsnip. Parsnip, we're good. Potato. No potato. Rhubarb. No rhubarb. Stububby. Two stububby. Tulip. And rice. Okay, let's go. Pretty decent. You've done well to save up for this. Good job being responsible. Shit. Yeah. Yeah, it turns out when you're a month and a half of 6-day work weeks, where each day is upwards of 9 hours, you build up a bit of reserve. There you go. There you go. All right, let's get some. Wait, I want to do it out here. I'm silly goofy. I'm silly goofy. Okay. Do I have carrots out here? No. Do I have strawberries out here? Yes. What else do I need? I have carrots. Do I have cauliflowers? No. Do I have garlic's good, green beans good, kale? Do I have kale out here? Yes. Parsnips good, potatoes. Actually, let me just do a bunch of them. Rhubarb, I have to get it from Lady. Let me go see if I have cauliflower inside. This reason I describe those times as times that my bank account likes more than I do. Yeah. I hardly know her. I'm getting kind of sad, but that's what I get for working part time due to disability. No, you don't. You don't. That's what you get. No, no. I mean, I guess if you're say, ooh, there's some carrots. I guess if you're stating it factually, but I don't like it. Yeah, but that's life. You gotta get unrealistically lucky to be happy when your bank account is also happy. That's true. It's literally what I get. Oh gosh. Okay. Oh, don't eat the carrot. We need a million billion carrots so I can give one to my horse. In fact, yeah, let me give one to my horse. Yeah, you love carrots. Why did that one finish so quickly? Strange. Strange and unusual. Strange and unusual. Is that one just got like a buff? What the fuck? I wanna wait. I wanna wait. And then try to do everything all at once. That one got left behind a little bit. That one got left behind a little bit. How fucking Stephen King novels are still on hold? Like, y'all should have read that already. I'm young. I haven't gotten the chance to read it. Mikhail. Because I wanted to read Misery because I like that movie so much. And then it's not there. I mean, it's there, but it's on hold. Two different versions of it are on hold. And I don't know. Get out of here, bug. I don't know what the difference between them are. I'm assuming it's just like one has slightly different, you know. This one has a different forward than the other one or something like that. But still. But still. Aggravate me. Was it midnight? Ugh. How many carrots do I have? Not enough. Okay, we'll do one more round and then we'll go to bed. One more round and we'll go to bed. Yeah, I wanted to read Misery and I wanted to read. What's the other book I have that I just got? Or I just put in. Hold on. Tell ya. Hi, Suggy. I have 12 books on hold. Oh, Red Dragon, the first Hannibal Lecter book. I wanted that one. And it's like, it's on hold. And I'm like, I don't even remember putting this book on hold. I'm like, well, you guys should have read this already. They've made a million movies. They've made this movie a couple times, even. Swag Tim was talking shit about you earlier. I'd believe it. It's like, what the heck? And Annihilation, too. I'm like, they already made a movie. Go watch the movie. Let me read the book. Assholes. No. But, yeah, so I'm like trying to get all these books, and my library is like, more like Dieberry, am I right? Bedtime. We gotta do more squibs tomorrow. We gotta do more squid. Oh, the night market's coming. Haven't we been over this before, Tim? You're an elaborate prank I made up. Yeah, exactly. Look at all those dried common mushrooms. He's always read books instead of just watching the movie adaptation. Stick my fucking head. I know. It's like, stop that. I want to read the book. You're taking it from me specifically. How very dare. I was at interview to talk to you. Thank you. Hold on. There you go. So I hear. Okay, you're all good. You're all good. I'm not gonna be able to get the butterfly today. That sucks. I'm just gonna go be fishing. I go be fishing. Why did you guys both walk away at the same time after I put the water down? That's a little fucked up. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, cool. I got a lot more fruit, so I can put it in my dehydrator. That's good. Yeah, I've been reading. Although, okay, listen. I like the Animorph books, and I think it's fun that they change perspective every book. So it's like a new character, a different character, not a new one, but a different character every time you read a book. And I like Axe, the alien character. But he is very annoying when it's his perspective. Because he does that whole, well, humans are so inferior. They do primitive technology. Blah, 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 blah. And it's like, shut up. it's like it's easier to handle when it's like, oh, he's occasionally interjecting in other people's, from other people's perspective, but like that's all he does when it's his own thoughts, and it is so fucking annoying. And it's like, can you not? Like the trope is so overdone. Found the champagne. We are popping champagnes. The champagne we are celebrating today. Why? What happened? Someone died? I'm never going to work a night shift after tonight. Yay! Yay! I'm happy for you. I keep thinking like, oh, I gotta do the bingo, but no, I don't. I'm not bingo today. I gotta do shit. My ass could not keep going at this pace. That's super valid. That is super duper valid. Beach. Oh, I have a billion million oranges. Oh, and I have a billion million pomegranates. I think it would be interesting twist if you had a character who was always talking shit like, you humans are so fun, to shake my head, and then you get his perspective and his thoughts the whole time, where things like, oh my god, I'm so jealous of the humans, I can't let them find out. Yeah, like I don't know, it's like very annoying. Just because humans don't have bladed weapons growing out of their ass doesn't make us inferior. There's plenty of other reasons we're inferior. Internalized human phobia. It's just like I don't know, and like there was one of the ooh. We are getting chunkily lunkily. Oh my god. Is that Bob Burger? It's him. There was one instance in like the books where he was like, oh, humans were living in caves only X amount of years ago. This isn't the right one. And now you have developed, like nuclear technology in, a time span, from this point to this point. He goes, that's crazy impressive because Andalites, because that's what he is, an Andalite. It took us significantly longer, like hundreds of thousands of years or something like that. So just like the speed at which humans developed technologies was significantly faster, and so he was like, oh, so in like a couple of years, or only a handful of years, you'll be able to surpass us, essentially. And it's like, okay, so this is established, and he specifically said it, so it's like, why do we continue with this whole human beings are so inferior bullshit? It's just annoying. Hi Penguin, how you doing, baby? Oh dang, that's a lot of pickled corn. Many corns. Corn tree girls make pickles. It's true. I don't know. It's aggravating. It's like it'd be one thing if they didn't ever say that. If they didn't ever have him be like, oh wow, actually, it's crazy, like impressive how quickly humanity has managed to develop compared to my culture. But like he did. So you don't get to sit here and be like, still using, having to use a keyboard. You don't have a mind link interface with your computer. And it's like, shut up. Shut up, Axe. Shut up. You're annoying. Go eat a fucking Cinnabon, you idiot. I don't know. I've always found that trope really annoying. So just like a whole book of it, more of it. It's just like, because I was like, oh, Axe, I haven't heard from him in a minute. I like Axe, he's fun. And I was just like, oh, God, he's doing this again. I mean, yeah, the sheer amount of technology progress over the past century is mind-boggling. Yeah. And he was like, whoa, because like there was I think it was one of the first ones, or maybe the first one that was from his perspective, because he wasn't with the group originally. Obviously, he's an alien, but he wasn't like he wasn't part of it from the start. And so he was like, "Oh, I don't know if I, should trust humans and blah blah blah." And they were like, "We're gonna teach you about our culture so you can see like what we are and determine, blah 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 blah." And they gave him like history textbooks and like almanacs and stuff, and encyclopedias. And he was just like, "Wow, this is like so impressive." And he's like, "Dang, okay, I was not giving you guys enough credit." And I was like, "Okay, cool." But then you like backtrack on it a couple of books later. That's annoying. Actually, characters are tough on a good day, let alone on an entire book. Haha, I have no concept. But still, yeah. It's just I don't know. So it's like I'm not trying to like be annoyed by this book and like I want to enjoy it because it is interesting because he's an alien to get his perspective, but it is just grating to constantly be like they're using their primitive, like he okay, he Andalites are like centaur-esque creatures. They have deer-like bodies and then like a human-esque torso, but it's kind of different. It doesn't matter. Right? And so he's like, "Oh, they're walking around on their two legs. How ridiculous." And it's like, most of the aliens that we've encountered, actually, that's not true, but at least two other aliens that we have encountered besides humans walk on two legs. So, like, the fact that he's just like, two legs, that's ridiculous. It's like, you've encountered, of multiple aliens that walk on two legs, Axe. Oh, and I'm locked in now. Yeah. No spoilies. I believe on book 18. I think. Um. Uh. And then, and then he was like, "Oh, the humans have mouths," which I'm sure most of you know what the concept of a mouth is. And I was like, Axe, again, like most of the alien species that we've come across have mouths. Like, I know you don't, but most of them do in one way or another. So like acting like mouths are just like this weird, like absurd concept is like ridiculous. And I can't remember what he specifically said, but it annoyed me. Cause so he doesn't have a mouth. His species doesn't have mouths. They eat through their hoofs. Um and but sometimes he'll morph into a human. Uh, and when he does that, he just fucking loves eating. He thinks taste is so interesting. He loves cinnamon buns. He loves them. He loves them. And he'll just like eat shit off the floor. Um, and I can't remember what exactly it was he said. Hold on, I'm gonna get the book and I'm gonna find it because it was just recent. Hold on. But he said something that pissed me off because I was like, "What are you talking about? You love eating, you idiot." It's just like, I don't know, aggravating. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it. I think I'm only like two chapters in. Yeah, I am only two chapters in. Jake, Chi, humans, Pemalites. He had no lips. Yeah. Where was it? Okay, wait. It's okay. Hold on. Okay. It's Cinnabon. Psychic feeling exactly. Cinnabon. Mm-hmm. What was he's talking about, you know, he talked about how, because his stuff is written as if it's like, I guess they're all kind of written as almost as if they're like diary entries. And he had talked about going to Cinnabon and eating an entire tray of buns and then getting sick because he ate an entire tray of Cinnabons. And um he was like, he goes, I leave the forest at night and go running across the fields, absorbing grass through my hooves the way any sensible creature would. And it's like, most creatures eat with their mouths, Axe. And you like eating. You love it. It's like your favorite thing. So, like, what are you talking about? How many alien races that go into play in books other than Andalites and Yeerks? I don't think I recall any other than Elemis race and Krayak, I think. I haven't run into the Krayak. You're fine, obviously. I can't tell anything by that name. The Hork Bajir, which have mouths. The Taxons, which have mouths. Now they have multiple legs. So the whole thing about legs. We've had the Skritna, which, gosh, I can't even really remember. It's a thing that lives in like two phases, and the secondary phase actually does have four legs, but I think it has a mouth. The Geds, which they described as being sort of like apes, so it would have a mouth and two legs. Maybe they walk on their knuckles like gorillas. I don't know. I don't remember. Oh, there was a Liran. I actually don't remember how they described it. It was weird. And then there's been a couple of things that Visor 3 has morphed that have been just like big eldritch beasts that, you know, they didn't describe fully because it was just like a big scary monsters chasing us, which is fine. But I'm just like, all of those things had mouths. So acting like, oh, we're still superior because we eat through our feet is like, fuck you. Body shame entire species for having a different anatomy than you. Right. I don't know. Especially since, okay, here's the thing. Every time any human character has to describe Axe, they always, and like not even in a mean way, they always describe his arms as his like his human arm, like on the top half of his centaur part. They always describe them as being like human arms but kind of scrawny. And it's like, okay, clearly they're trying to like, you know, imply that like they're not like these big strong hulking guys, which fine, sure, whatever. And it's just like, you don't have very good arms. So I'm gonna sit here and be like, I'm superior because I have four legs. I don't know, man. Maybe you just have skill issues, and then you have shitty arms. Like, fuck you. Your arms suck, and you have more fingers than humans do, and you don't even use them half the time. So maybe you're a big dummy, actually, Axe. Oh, and they have four eyes. They have two sets of eyes where you'd expect human eyes to be, and then two on like stalks on top of the head, and they're like, the humans can't see behind them when they can only look in one direction. And I'm like, oh, like most of the things that we've run into. Like most of the other aliens are getting ads in 30 seconds. I'm sorry, I didn't see I was ranting. I'm glad, especially an app nerd is personally a personality found across the galaxy. I know, like he's totally that. Stupid answer, there's stupid antennas. Check my fucking head. At least I'm not a bird with shutters, wings, arms, scale issue. You had to cut off one of your fingers. Which one would you choose? My ring finger. If his species is so superior, why they gotta change into other species all the time? Yeah, for real. Like, oh, you have a blade tail? Okay. Pick something up with your shit arms. It's so like, I don't know. And like obviously he's to be fair, okay, to be fair, he's an adolescent. He's supposed to clearly be like 12, 13 like the other characters are, 11, 12, 13. So like he's also a kid. He's being, you know, like my my dad could beat up your dad kind of like energy sort of. So, but like it's just like fuck you. and walk up a flight of stairs. Yeah, it's just like it's so ridiculous. Okay, being a teenager as a never. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like I should be completely fair to Axe. He's not like a grown ass man. Now that's not to say that an Andalite adult wouldn't also be just as much of a little catty bitch, but yeah, he's a child. So you know there is some level of like just being a little snot nosed kid, snot noseless kid. They have nose. They have slits by their where their nose should be. They don't technically have like an exterior protrusion that would be a nose. They have presumably uh what do you mean largemouth bass frenzy? I'm trying to catch swamp squid. They have what do you call that? Scent receptors. That's what it is. Um yeah, like I don't know. It seems silly for him to be like, oh, everyone that isn't my shape is bad and stupid and idiot. And I'm just like, most things aren't your shape. Your arms suck. Um, what was the brother's name again? Elfangor. Some real herbivores talk about only losers have front-facing eyes for more efficient hunting. Yeah, it's just like I don't know. It's just so ridiculous, and it's annoying, and it's like he's a child, and it's like okay. He's I don't like children because sometimes they're really annoying, and he like embodies that sometimes. Sometimes he's very interesting and introspective, and I'm sure there'll be a moment where he'll be like, "Wow, humans are actually super cool, and they do things that are like so impressive that I couldn't do with an Andalite. Wow, humanity is." You know, I'm sure he'll have a moment in the book. I would almost guarantee it, but it's just like I don't know. It is quite grating. It's just quite grating at times. Um, it's like, come on, dude, be nice. They took you to a nice forest so you could live in it and run around in the grass and eat the grass with your feet. Which what happens if you stand and poop, Axe? What happens? Do you eat the poop? Like you don't even watch it. You just step on it and eat it. Um, but it's just, they give you nice forest. They give you cinnamon buds. They, you know, they give you book. Oh, and it's just like be nice, asshole. Yeah, it's just so funny. His butt's legs. Would you consider a butt part of leg? Because he referred to, and I know this is like a like a known discussion. It's like is a hot dog a sandwich? Um, but he referred to a butt as the fatty protrusions at the top of one's legs when he was describing sitting as a human. Uh, and I was like, oh, Axe thinks butt is leg. I was like, that makes sense for him. But do you think butt is leg? I have to assume they can turn it off. I doubt they're eating everything they're standing on. That's true. He's not just like on concrete. He's just like dirt. Mm. Delicious dirt. I don't know. It just seems it's, and I guess maybe that's part of it. Is like the point is that like Axe is like, oh, I eat through my hooves, which is more sensible, and like we are like, that seems like it would be more trouble. It's like that's your walkies. You have to like anytime you walkie to your food, you gotta wash and then you gotta make sure that seems like it would be more of an issue. Um, and like that's probably some of it is like he's like, oh, I'm so superior, but he's maybe having an inferior way of eating actually. But it's just like, Instance of alien species being like humans are inferior. Shake my head. That comes to mind, but is actually done well in my opinion. Are Vulcans from Star Trek done well because A, it's about human beings, emotional, logical, not about body parts, and B, the individual Vulcans who actually get to know humans generally eventually get to the point where they begrudgingly admit the human being bringing their own strengths to daily. Yeah, something Andalite foot auto wash thing. I think butts is legs, if not its only butt area. Yeah, I agree. It's certainly part of leg. Like if I ripped your leg off, the butt would. You know what I mean? What a sentence. I don't know. I'm actually curious. I don't remember the exact story that went on the last time we got Axe's perspective. I think this is only the second time. And I don't remember if or what he morphed in that book. Oh wow, two already. But I'm curious if he's gonna like morph into like I don't know. Oh, he morphs into a mosquito because that's on the cover. If he's gonna be like, oh, clearly this beast that has 6 legs is far superior to an Andalite because it has way more legs than I, or whatever. Like more leg equal good. Although he does usually complain about literally every animal. It's like this creature seems to like blah blah. Oh, he did actually like being a shark, so that's not fair. He thought sharks were pretty cool. He was like, I have many powerful teeth. Yeah, sharks are awesome. So yeah, he's a bit much. And the thing is, it's like that's usually right at the beginning of the books, is that it'll be like, oh, Axe has got to go into his whole humans are inferior spiel to set up the book, and then he'll why am I not getting any friggin' oh I don't have any bait. I'm silly. You know what? That's on me. Um, and then as like the book progresses, they'll lit with that. But I like the Animorph books, but I will say that they do have, and I've complained about this before, is oh, I thought my fish was thinking was gonna go in there. They have a bad habit of like hitting the exact same talk. Like you could make a drinking game out of it. Like hitting the exact same talking points every single book. And I understand there's like 60 of them, and you can't expect everyone to read all of them. And so sometimes you got to restate things, and maybe some people would forget something. But I feel like by the time book fucking 18 comes around, I don't need to be told that Taxons are like big caterpillars, but the front half is upright and they have many legs and they have big eyes around the whole head that looks like jelly globules, and then a mouth that's at the top of their head and it's shaped like a big hole with lots of teeth in the middle. Like, I don't need to hear that again. Like, I know what a Taxon looks like. I've read 18 of these. I might need more sleep. I was waiting for Swat to fish up a star. A star. I haven't read the books, but I can't wait for a similar alien to show up who is much nicer, and he spirals as he faces the being, maybe being mean makes people not like you as much. Yeah, for real. I mean, yeah, sharks are pretty cool to be fair, yeah. But it's just like, yeah, there's always like, almost every book starts exactly the same way, so it makes reading like the first chapter a chore every time because it's like, my name is Name. I won't tell you my last name or where I live. I have to because if I do, I we'll be in danger because there's these aliens. Yeah, aliens are real. They're called Yerks. They get inside your brain and then they take over you. And when you do, you become a controller. That's what we call them, human controllers. But me and my friends, we're animorphs. We can change to animals because of our friend, the Andalite. He's an alien. He looks like this, and they describe him, and he looks like a deer, with a human half a body, and he's blue and tan, and he's got a big tail like a scorpion, and eyes on the top of his head, like it's just, and we gotta stop the Yeerk invasion because otherwise no one else will. And my friends, name, and also this thing that I can't tell you about because it's spoilers. That it's just like anyway, yeah, that's my story. Anyway, here's the plot. It's like every single time. It's like I know, Cassie. I know you can't tell me your last name. I know. There are plenty of legitimate criticisms of humans that can be made, so focusing on ew, they eat food with their mouths. It's just weird. It's just like you love eating X. You love eating and you love talking. So why you act like mouse is weird? And to reread your entire alien thing intro for like 30 minutes is pretty rough. And it's just like, and then they'll be like, and then like a Hork Bajir will show up and they'll be like a Hork Bajir, or as Marco calls them, a walking salad shooter. They look like big reptile dinosaurs, and they have long snaky heads and feet like a dinosaur's and long tails, and at their elbows and in their wrists and their knees and the top of their heads they have blades, and it's like I know, I know what they look like. I've read it so many times. You describe them the same way every time. I know what they look like. Catherine, please say something else. I know these were released like once every like 2 months, and so sometimes you gotta reuse your stuff, but like, come on, please. Do something. Tell me something else. Cause like there's some things where it's like, oh, they describe it again, and I'm like, oh, that's right, I understand. Like, they'll talk about like, oh, they can't morph anything, they can't morph clothes unless it's really tight fitting. So it's like, okay, so they have to be mindful if they're going to unmorph, in a place, like if they're gonna use a bird morph to get to a different place, and then unmorph there. It's like, okay, well now we're gonna show up in like a leotard or really tight bike shorts or something. And it's like, okay, we have to take that into consideration. It's like, oh yeah, do say that because it's like, oh, that's important to the plot. But like, I don't know. Oh wait, I have enough of these. All right, well let me just finish this one out. All right, I did it. I'm the best. Oh, she's saying something. Probably useful for the Noctisols that starts the series at like a book. Yeah, I can't imagine like starting at 29. Like I get that like maybe you didn't read the first one, or maybe you skipped a couple and you picked one up later, but like just and like they always say Axe's whole name, and he'd be like, "My name is this," which I don't remember what his whole name is because it's silly space name. It's Aximili Esgaroth. I don't know. They call him Axe because his name's too long. But like I don't know. I mean, if I recall correctly, they also couldn't count on everyone having read all the previous books, so explaining everything makes sense in that context. But like every time I felt Eep and had a dream and went to the library, and it was really cool, and the ceiling looked like an outer space. Oh, that's awesome! My actual library sucks. If you ever visit, don't let me take. Also valid. Accidentally escargot hook butt. Yeah. I also took it out, but I didn't have a dream. I die. I don't know. It's just like because like I would figure like if you're gonna read a book series that has 65 issues in it, some of them are what do you call them? It's not part of the main series, but it's whatever. It doesn't matter. I would think you would try to read like book 1 or 2, and yeah, maybe you skip to issue 10 later, book 10 later, but like all that stuff that they keep saying over and over again was in the first book. So it's like, although okay, I will to be completely fair, these books came out in the 90s and the early 2000s. Not everyone. Oh, I need one more actually. Never mind, I'm a liar. Um not everyone's gonna have access to the internet, and like the Seropedia, which is the Animorphs wiki, wasn't there yet, so they can't look that up. But it's just like every single time. I started a book 31 and I have no idea what all the aliens are or what the blue alien guy looks like. 2 out of 10. Yeah, exactly. Escargot, to the pole. Shut up. Spinoffs. Yeah, spinoffs. There's a handful. Although they do factor into the continuity, so each book is from the perspective of one character, and it cycles through the 6 of them. But the Megamorph books, it switches between all the characters. It's multiple characters' perspectives, and it'll say like, "Oh, Cassie, Jake, Marco, blah 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 blah." And then there's the Chronicles line, which are not all called Chronicles, but those are, well, I've only read one of them, and that was all from the perspective of one character. Uh, excuse me. Um, but they do factor into the continuity. I guess the Chronicles ones are more of like backstory, but it's like I don't know. It's strange. It's strange little theories. Talk about the spin-offs, yeah. And it was like good. I was like, oh, this is awesome, and it's because it's longer than the other ones. Um, it's like most of the books are. Hold on, I'll tell you exactly how much difference it is. Most of the books are like on my library app. They're around 160 pages because obviously it depends on what font size you're using and what device you're using it on. Oh, you know what? Here, I'll tell you. Okay, it lists the book that I'm currently reading, which is about the same length as all of them, as being 161 pages. A Megamorph book. Megamorph. A Megamorph book is. Don't tell me the page number. That would be too convenient. Fuck me. Fuck my life. Hold on. Megamorph. Okay, 240. So twice, basically. Not quite. But so significantly longer. So they get to tell a much, more detailed story, and it can be a little bit more epic. Um, which is cool. I forgot what point I was making. Um, but yeah. I'd really like to reread the series. It's good. I know, I was gonna say it's at the library, obviously, but that depends on whose library you're using. I know that at some point, I don't know if this is still the case now, that all of the books were available online, like with the blessing of the author, because they weren't they weren't being reprinted. They've since been reprinted. I think they got like reprinted in 2017, and they had new covers, and I don't like them. They don't have all that funny, cute art. They have different, not as fun art. But I think they were all available for free online at one point, and like not in a piratey way, in a legitimate acquisition way. Oh my god, I have so many squids. So many. But yeah, so you might look into that. I don't remember where. I think if you look, you can just find somebody's like, oh yeah, here on the thing. Books at the library is more likely than you think. I don't know how many libraries are gonna have all, because like I'm very grateful that my library has all of them and all of the the spin-offs, the Megamorphs, the Chronicles. It even has the graphic novels, which I don't know if those are newish, if they're being released, because I remember when I first was looking them up. Animorphs graphic. Okay, 5. Oh yeah, okay. So this was okay. So yeah, they're graphic novelizing, adapting into a graphic novel. Oh, graphics with an X. Oh, but no, that's wrong because it says C. Okay, whatever. It doesn't matter. First published 2025. Okay, so they're up to 6. Are they doing all of them? I do kind of want to read the graphic novel. I think that'd be fun. But like my library has those as well, so I can read it anyway. I think they even have. Actually, I don't know if they have the audiobooks. I can buy a complete book set off of Amazon for only 1,209. Yeah. Because like the sets, because there's like 60 of them. So like to get the whole set is like stupid expensive. I gotta work. I'm about to finish my game stuff, but glad I got to stop by this morning. I'm glad you did too. I hope you have. I hope work goes quickly. Sorry. I hope work goes quickly. Okay, they do have the audiobooks. Yeah, so I consider myself very lucky. That's so funny. To have access to all that, which not necessarily everybody's library is gonna have that. Because Libby, I don't know if, how many of y'all use. I'm just gonna go to bed because it's late. Tomorrow's Harvey's birthday, right? Yep. Libby has the libraries that you have in your. Is that a meteor? I've been waiting for a meteor for so long. Thanks. You have a good day, baby. Um. So like I don't have access to all books everywhere. In fact, there's been multiple times when I've tried to get a book and it's just not in my library system at all. Like I wanted to read the Witch comics, the WITCH, like Provis. Provis. What have you done to the floor? What do you think of the new flooring I chose? You can keep it for 2 days. You can keep it for 2 days. um, but I was trying to read the witch comics, and my library just doesn't have them, and so it's like, oh, okay, well that's a little sucky, but like they can't have everything. Um, Now if you are looking into using your library, oh look at it, it's right there. Um, yeah, okay. I think we'll not do the night market tomorrow. I think what we'll actually do is we'll just switch off and do a puzzle. Actually, this might just be the last day. Destroyed my pathing. Oh, thanks, Grovis. Yeah. Thank you for the sea jelly. Where's my other baby? There you are. Look into seeing if your library also gives you access to Hoopla. And because it's it's still like I think it's library exclusive app, but it has a slightly different selection compared to your standard library. So I get all of my Animorph books through Hoopla. I read them through that. So I actually don't know if Libby has them. I've never checked because I don't even remember how I found them or like why I started. But I got them there. So there's different selections and hoopla hoopla. Libby works like a regular library in that like if other people have the book checked out, you have to wait, which is reasonable. But Hoopla has what they call instant borrows, which, as the name might suggest, um, it lets you instantly borrow a book, um, and you get 20, just 20, I think, of those a month. And then once you use those up, you have 5 flex borrows, which work just like regular library. You take them out and then you bring them back, and then once you bring them back, you get those borrows back. But you don't get the instant borrows back. And some things aren't available through that, but most things are. But yeah, it's an option. So see if your library. Not all of them do, because I've heard it's expensive actually for a library to be able to use Hoopla. They have to like pay. I don't know how it works. I obviously don't run like a library at all, but also in an administrative position. But it is worth looking into. Yeah, so I consider myself very fortunate that, you know, I have access to both. And I'm able to get all my animorphs. All my animorphs. Oh, okay. That's actually good. This goes in the house, this goes in the house, this goes in here. I'm just gonna get rid of these. Okay. So it's Harvey's birthday. Does anyone want a grandmother? No, I'm good. I feel like anyone giving away a grandmother is not doing it because they're like, oh, hell yeah, I have an extra. I feel like it's more trying to get rid of one than than being like, let's share the wealth. Mine are already a handful. Look at how purple. But yeah, Tim, your library needs to message you back, or I'm gonna beat them with hammers. You need to know if you've got things. I'm gonna plan to before she doesn't. She does have money and might get some if she dies. I agree. Woo! Many wines. Look at how color. Look at how colorful. It's so color. It's like I know I grabbed more mushrooms. Tim was being suspiciously forthcoming with their grandmother. I was like, I don't trust that. I don't trust that as far as I can throw a grandmother. Alright, hold on, I gotta get rid of oopsies, don't eat my cheese. Look at all the colors! Alright, I still have like more stuff. Gonna get rid of all this. Why do I have 2 milks? I'll just put them in the fridge, it's fine. Oh, apples. And then we'll do she phones me while I'm working all the fucking time to help with the computer, but she'll call me twice while I'm at because it's Sunday, so she doesn't want to bother my brother or dad who both work a Sunday morning. But you're napping. I'm going to beat her with a hammer. I'm just kidding. You're napping, Tim. That's illegal. Tell her to read the Animorphs books. That'll get her attention. I had just got to sleep. Oh, I'm sorry, Tim. My inventory's full. Tim, the church turtle doesn't work on Sunday mornings. Noted. Look at all my wine. Tom's gonna be drunk as fuck when I'm. Stardew Valley, more like drunk people. I can't make a good joke. End of statement. Mojo Bodiki. I think I have one more up here. Oh, three more. Oh. Three. Excuse me, sorry for burping again. Alright, I gotta go take pickles to Harvey, and then I think I'll make some seeds and decorate my kitchen. Again, sorry for burping. Crows did this to the kitchen. Why? Why? I literally was doing tech at church, but no, can't bother the holy people on a Sunday. Just bother Tim on a Tuesday when they're working because their job doesn't matter as much as the churchmen. My fucking head. I'm biting. I'm biting her. I'm biting her. I'm biting her. I'm biting her. Girl, but she might only get this for one day. This is driving me crazy, actually. Where's my pickles? Alright, come on, horsey. We gotta go see Harvey. Oh, let me see if I can't. I don't think they're in here. Let's go trade these at the raccoons and then go see if. I don't know if Prince at his thing, but if he isn't, then oh well. Oh well. Oh well. I need you. Fuck you. I need you to exchange these for me. Thank you. Alright, let's go. Into town. Into town. But yeah, so the head of the secret security is being taken out by the aliens in the books. I realized there was a big pause as I was thinking about Animorphs again, and it's speaking conspiracies. I'm gonna call my dad anyway just to piss her off. There you go. Are you here? Oh, thank God. I like your winter coat. You're not wearing it anymore. Never mind. Oh, I should go to the island and like make sure all of my crops are okay. A book. The same book. What is this, a library? Why am I getting the same things? Bruh! I'm angry. Oh, I still need to watch this movie. Or do I? Oh boy, Harvey Birdman Returning a Law Volume 1 has decreased in price from $44.53 to $44.52. Wow, what savings? Harvey, are you in here? I know it's 4 p.m. Happy birthday! Oh, he's reading. Have some pickles while you read. What are you reading? Okay, are you reading an Animorphs? Oh, what's that? The Underground? Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. I hate that these doors close behind me. I understand that they just reset every time I come through, but like, oh, aggravate me. Aggravate me. The fact that you guys would have gotten a rant bingo if we were doing it because of the Animorphs thing is so funny, actually. Now that I'm thinking about it. I have 3 of these books. That's too many. Save a whole penny. my god, I didn't realize that was me, and I was like, who's standing by my obelisk? It's me. GG's team. What you want, BB?
Money boy.
Got it. There you go. Blueberries for my dehydrators. Pineapples for my dehydrators. Hydrate myself for my dehydrator. How hydrated are y'all, by the way? Check your vibes. Check your vibes. Okay, 50%, that's not bad. 78%, that's better. About half. I think that's good. I don't know what percent. I don't know if, first of all, if medical professionals measure hydration in percentage. I guess they probably do. But what is considered like a good ambient hydration level to be? Nice! Oh, I wish we were doing bingo! Damn, this was like the worst day to not do regular ass bingo. We've got so many. Hell yeah. I got seeds, I got pineapples, I got so many of these. Right, okay. Those are for Mr. Key. They measure hydration by pesticides. I think they actually do that here too. The vibes in your chat are shitty, bitchy, and stinky. How does that make you feel? I mean, that's not my fault. That's not my fault. You guys are all stinky and shitty and pissy. Maybe you should fix yourself. I'm just kidding. I don't think I have any stone here. So I can't make little paths around these guys right now. But I keep thinking like, oh, I'm gonna have to do the wiki when I do this, but I don't have to. For a second, I thought that was the skull I needed all that time, and I was gonna be pissed, but it's a different skull. Hi, Ashley, baby. How you doing? Welcome on in. Oh, so I can do like half of that. I thought I couldn't get that far, but I see that I can. Yeah, that's actually pretty nice. Oh, shit. I was trying to be clever and ask Scooter. I did a little screwy woo. Oh, we had 69 taro root too. God damn. Let's see, I missed that one. Don't worry. There we go. Nice. Oh, here, you know what? I'm gonna get rid of the squash. No, actually, I'm gonna leave it because I don't have a pineapple to replace it with. Alright, go home time. What time is it? It's go home time. It's weird not going up to the dig site and trying to get the skull again. It feels strange, like, oh, I gotta go check the dig site. Actually, I'm okay now. I'm safe now. GG's, Leon! Oop. Go in there. Oh, let me keep doing the vegetables. Make my little frog following me. Let me go take these inside. My skull. Just give me horsey. You go in there. You're powerful as hell. Did you guys hear? Get out of here. Sorry, there's a gnat trying to like touch my face. Did y'all hear about Fortnite? Which you're not getting in bingo either. This is fucked. Fortnite adding a mode that has proximity chat. Did y'all hear? It's called Delulu for some reason.
Fortnite.
Fortnite. And murder me and them all except the one I won. Fortnite. That sounds like a terrible idea. Yeah, it does. And you know what they did before they released it? They were like, "Oh, we're giving streamers a the people who have creator codes like a little pre-release chance to do it." And they're like, "Do you want to stream it?" And it's like, "No. What the fuck are you talking about?" Anger radius. I just like and first of all, calling it Delulu is embarrassing. I mean, I guess they're Delulu for thinking that's a good idea, but I saw a Reddit post about it earlier, and I thought, no, it's real. It's real. Because I'm in the Fortnite Discord to get updates when like stuff's happening, so I can keep up. Because I don't follow them on Twitter anymore because I don't use Twitter. Right. Tell me why. Tell me why they were like, okay, we have a specific channel in Twitter or in our Discord for you to report people who are saying terrible things and like saying like pushing the report functionality. You can report voice activity as well, like they record voice activity, which sure, great, awesome, you should be doing that if you're going to be doing voice. But then they were like, we've had over 100,000 bans already, and I'm like, maybe you shouldn't be doing this then. If it's literally so bad, I don't know what percentage of Fortnite players that is, but if you're like already like we have banned 1 billion people, maybe this wasn't a good fucking idea. I can't even talk. I'm so about it. Sounds like a good idea. Let's stream something where a random stranger on the internet can say something that your viewers can. Yeah, executive brain. Yeah. And like I totally get that like. There are games that have proximity chat and they're silly and it's fun and you can like make a friend with a stranger. And I think they even made it now so that like the last 4 teams in the Storm Circle will all I have to go to bed. Will all win. Like you can be friendly. You can you don't have to necessarily kill people. Which that's super cute. That's super cute. You can just like talk and party and emote together. I've seen Fortnite matches where everyone decided to do like the choo choo emote and everyone was just choo chooing until the end of the match until the last person ended up dying because the storm took over the whole map. Super cute. I don't think you're gonna get that many moments in this version. Ban all the slurs saying Fortnite players and shoot yourself in the foot. Yeah. I didn't play it sounded toxic before it started. Proximity chat with your own party sounds fine though. Yeah. But like doesn't Fortnite already have voice? I guess the proximity wasn't a thing, but like I don't know. I guess if you were like playing like a creative mode map, that would be different because like if you're doing standard Fortnite, you're usually being like competitive because that's how that game works. But I guess if you were doing like Lego mode, maybe you'd like want to be like, oh, here I am or whatever. But like, I don't know. It just and like I'm not saying that there's not gonna be like cute videos of people being like, oh, look at this like little fun encounter I had in Delulu or whatever, and maybe they will, and maybe it'll be awesome, and blah 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 blah. Maybe it'll be the best thing, and actually they will get rid of all the toxic players in Fortnite. The ecosystem of Fortnite will be better. Actually, maybe that'll happen. But like, I don't know. Because you think about like how many, like I said, like I've seen plenty of times when people have done the like choo choo emote or they did a group emote, right? And they hung out together and they were like, oh, we're gonna let this guy live, or we're gonna all just die together in the storm. So last guy standing just happens to win, that kind of thing. Like, oh, we're just gonna go out together, we're all partying. They did that without proximity chat, without a lot of times without being able to talk to their fellow player at all. So like, is that a spaceship? I don't see how adding that in would, like, it's just like, oh, we can't get those moments without it. Hold on, I want to see if it, or if that's just a shooting star. Okay, that's just a shooting star. That's fine. Sorry. I don't know. It just seems like it's a problem. I want to do proximity chat per car map so I can dramatically scream every time I die. Wish I had that during the Boogie Bum incident. Yeah, okay. See, that's valid. That's valid. We're gonna run around and look at what's going on, but not, do anything. But I don't know. It just, it seemed like, because the thing is like, we all know that the Fortnite player base is extremely young. I remember, they had, when they still had the imposter mode, which I'm so mad that they took away and never brought back, because I loved that game mode. They, at one point, before they took it away forever, they had a voice chat mode, because at first it was only, you could only talk with the predetermined messages. What do they call that? Whatever. And then I played one time in a VC lobby, a lobby with comms, and so it was like, oh, how old are you? And he's like, I'm 9. And then they were like, what about you? And he goes, I'm 6. And I'm like, I can't be here. I have to go. I can't. I can't be here. I feel like this is the problem. And so it's like little kids are gonna be playing Fortnite, and they're gonna be hearing all these strangers saying the most vile slurs you've ever heard. Like, what are you thinking, Epic? Like, for real. And the little kids are not gonna be like, ah, yes, I'm gonna report them, because they'll be like, no, I don't want to be a narc. They're immediately a child. But the people who write your day, but there's also plenty of people who will do the exact opposite, and those are the ones who are, yeah, exactly. Who was it? It was me. It was you. I can't remember who of Tim Caters and Sluggy it was. She's really going for you. It was one of us. But it was one of, because obviously it was me, because I was the one who did it. So okay, so for anyone who wasn't there, the Boogie Bomb incident. So Fortnite, for anyone who doesn't know, has an item called a Boogie Bomb, obviously, that forces the player to dance when they get hit with it. So, you hit them and they dance, and so then you can get a shot off on them. Right, I'm gonna leave this open, but I'm gonna switch over here so we have music, but actually I'm gonna go into the barn so we have continuous music, because this will stop. It was me. I'm the one who barely Knights of Fort. The Boogie Bomb, there's a Boogie Bomb. So at one point in Fortnite, there were helicopters. And you could sit 4 people to a helicopter, 1 flying, obviously, and then 2 people on, like, you stood on, like, little platforms on the outside and shoot down from them, from above. So we were in our chopper, and I had a Boogie Bomb, and I was like, oh, I think we were trying, like, the storm was coming, and it wasn't imminent, but it was like, or it wasn't upon us, but it was imminent. And so we were just gonna fly. We weren't gonna stop and, like, try to knock anyone out. And so I was like, oh, I'll play with the Boogie Bomb. I'll throw it and we'll all just dance in the chopper while Bag flies us out or whatever. I think Bag was flying. Or piloting. So the thing about Boogie Bombs, which I didn't know, was on top of forcing you to dance, they force you to exit your vehicle. Now, this is like one of my first times encountering them in a play mode that had vehicles, so I did not know. So we're all in the air, and I throw the boogie bomb down in the helicopter. So we all exit the helicopter from the air and crash into the ground. And 3 of us get knocked. And the 4th one, I don't remember who it was. It might have also been Bag. Takes a fuck ton of damage. Doesn't get knocked, so we don't all die instantly. But we have to go around and res everyone to get everyone standing. Thankfully, it was by Holly, or not Holly Hedges. Oh my god. Wait, was it Holly Hedges? I know exactly where it was on the map, but I anyway, it doesn't matter. There was a campfire right there, so you can heal yourself at a campfire. So we were able to all just get around it real quick and get our health back up, get back in the chopper, and fly away, not get caught up in this storm. But, like, it was so funny, and I felt so bad because I didn't know. I just thought we were gonna do a little dance. I thought we were just gonna have a little fun, do a little boogie woogie. I didn't know we was self-sabotaging our whole crew by forcing us to exit the chopper. Oh my god, I think about that all the time. Just and so when Fortnite, because Fortnite's doing this thing called OG, where they bring back the old map and the old weapons, and you can play through Fortnite as it was when it started, and it's worked its way through some stuff. And they also had a throwback season where they threw back to the first season we played, and that season also had choppers. So there was a moment we were playing where somebody would we got into the chopper. We were all like, "Oh my god, yeah, chopper!" It was the same part of the map, and somebody was like, "Sarah, do you have a boogie bomb?" And I was just like, "No." That takes a camera. Did you know you could put the end? It's just like, thankfully there was no, because that part of the map was close to the edge, so there wasn't like near the water, so there wasn't like too many people that could have come upon us and got us while we were down. But it was so I just really thought, I was like, we could dance. I didn't know. Oh my god, that was so funny. So yeah, that's the chopper incident. This is when I almost wiped our. If we had been a little bit higher, in fact, I think what happened was the 3 of us that got knocked, I think we landed on the ground, and the person who was okay and was able to go around and res us, or heal us up, I think that they landed on a roof, and so they didn't take the full amount of fall damage that they would have. If they had landed on the ground, they would have probably died and it would have taken out our whole team. And I think that's what would have happened. Oopsies. So just so you know, first of all, if you're ever playing in a mode of Fortnite that has a boogie bomb, it will force people to exit their vehicle if you want to use that to your advantage, but also don't use that to your own disadvantage. Oh my god, that's like one of those classic Fortnite moments I think about all the time. That, and the time when the oh god, what was it? The thing in the middle of the lake, the building, what was that called? The oh gosh, the with the Midas season, the chapter 2 season 2, the oh my gosh, it began with like an A. What was that called? The place in the center of the lake. Oh fuck. The agency, yes. We wanted to go to the agency, and we were on one of the land masses outside of it, and we were all in the car, and you can drive in water for a little bit, but eventually your car will sink and you'll be forced out of it. And so we were driving towards it, and we were just gonna let that happen. We were gonna go as far as we could in the water, and then let it sink, and then swim the rest of the way. And so I had the brilliant idea to get out my building material, because you can build while you're in the car as long as you're not driving. And I started building a floor as we drove across the lake, like that fucking scene from Wallace and Gromit where Gromit is putting the track down for the train. And then we drove across the lake to the agency. We got in. It was so good. I was so proud of myself. I was like, oh, I know the perfect way that we can fix this situation. I will build us a road. And it was so funny because after that, every single time that we went to do that again, every single time I would see everyone else who wasn't driving in the car pull out, because you can see there's like an animation, switch to build mode so they can build the road too. It became like our big strat. That's the one thing I miss about build mode, is the fact that we can't do shit like that anymore, where we can build little stupid contraptions like that to get us around something. Like building a fort, stupid. Building a road under our car to drive across the lake, smart, big brain, genius time. But yeah, those are like my two Fortnite moments that I'm always like, ah, memories. I think of so fondly. Alright, we gotta find someone to raid. Oh, goodness gracious. I built a ramp to drive up to. Yeah. It is so good. It is so good. Building while you're in a car is so fun. Because you're just like, oh, I can fix this. Like, oh, what's that? There's a fence and it's hard to drive through it. I'll build a ramp over it. I have some I'll save this video, and it's so funny how different we played compared to other smellies. Yeah. It is just, oh. I wish I could play Fortnite, but my computer explodes every time. I'm bad at game. I'm probably really shitty at it now, because I haven't played in so long. Who's alive? I'm gonna take a nap after this. We got a few people. What are you? Fortnite. When four of us, we were rushing to get kills, me and you, camp, until the final two duos. There's a video of us just hiding for 99% of the game. I remember one time, I think it was just you and me, and we were playing, and we were hiding in a house, and you were like, I have to pee, and I was like, okay. And like the storm was coming, and there's like, I can't do anything. Like, once you're standing there, I can't pick you up until you're knocked, and I would have had to stay in the storm long enough to also get knocked, which would have killed us both. And so I'm like sitting there panicking, like, I don't know what to do. I can't get him out of the storm. He's being, I can't, and then finally at like the last second, you moved, and I was like, oh my god, we're saved. Oh my god, it was so funny. But what if you told me Fortnite game stories for 10-20 minutes so I can get one last bigger spot I need? There you go. There's also what Kato and I didn't do, so I'm going to blame Sluggy. What did you do? Sluggy the aggressive one, yeah. But yeah, I remember being like, I'm sitting there like sweating, like, I can't save him. I don't want to abandon him. What do I do? Alright, I think we're gonna read Peachy. We're gonna read Peachy. Peachy's doing some art. But oh my goodness. That's so funny. So funny. But it's like, I didn't need Delulu to do that. Sometimes they're collecting stuff at the start. Then I'll see Slug has Spike. Right, exactly. So you got that dog in them. But yeah, I love you guys. I hope you have fun today. I did. We'll be back Tuesday. We'll probably do more Stardew because we're not doing any in October because we're gonna do a bunch of Halloween stuffs. So yeah, that's what probably. But yeah. I love you, and I will see you next time. Until then, goodbye.
Don't be mean.